Good morning, everybody, or good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I just wanted to pop in to have a chat with you because I put a little article in my free Facebook group the other day about self-fulfilling prophecy. And I really wanted to just give you an example of what the self-fulfilling prophecy is in action. And I wanted to tell you a little story about my teaching days. So I used to teach relief in England when I was pregnant with my third baby. So that's 13 years ago now. So time flies. And I used to teach this class on a Friday, which was a year 6 class, and they had some very challenging behaviors there sometimes, but they were a gorgeous group of kids. And I used to go in every Friday. And I remember going in one particular Friday, and their regular teacher, who was like Mary Poppins, like she was the most gorgeous, beautiful human you could ever meet, came and said to me, "We've had a disaster of a week. It's been really, really hard. And the boys, these 3 particular boys, have been absolutely off the charts with behavior." And I was like, oh no. Oh my goodness, if Mary Poppins is saying that, that's a really bad week. And I've got them at the end of the week on a Friday when they're tired. I'm not their regular teacher. Oh my goodness. And I was thinking, how am I going to make this work? How am I going to make this day really successful for everybody concerned? And so what I did was I decided very quickly last minute to get 3 pieces of A4 paper, fold them in half, decorate the front really quickly for each child. And all 3 boys were taller than me, which isn't difficult, as you know, if you know me in person. And anyway, so I thought I'm going to make these charts for them, and I'm going to put a positive spin on this to make this day as successful as possible. So I ruled out different sections so that there was a space in this little booklet for every section of the day, each lesson time, each break time, lunch time, all of the sessions. And then I covered it with stickers and things like that, made it look really great. And then the kids came in for the day and the mood was a little bit low, and they sat down. And before I did the roll call, when they were just all getting organized at their tables, I asked these 3 boys to come over and see me. And I said, "Hey guys, I've spoken to, let's call her Mrs. Poppins. I spoke to Mrs. Poppins this morning, and she said that you've had a really challenging week." And they just slumped, like their whole body language slumped. They were miserable. They really didn't want to be there. They were just fed up with the whole thing. And I said to them, "But she has told me that even though you have had a really challenging week, she has watched you try to make the best decisions you can make under very difficult circumstances." And they sort of shifted and they looked a bit confused, and they looked at me. And I said, "So guys, well done, because I know you've had a really challenging week. And I've heard that you've really tried to show up and be the best versions of yourselves that you can be under these very difficult circumstances. So, I just wanted to congratulate you on that." And I said, "I've made these booklets for you so that even when Mrs. Poppins isn't here, she can see that you're continually trying to make these great decisions all throughout the day, even when she's not here, because that's just who you are, because you're so great and because you're so grown up and because you're making these great choices because you're year 6 now." And they sort of looked, and I explained the chart and everything. And I said, "Each session, I'm going to check in with you." And I said, "When I've seen that you've made really good choices and you've done your work and you're being kind to others and concentrating, all of that, I'm going to put a sticker in your chart. And then on Monday, when Mrs. Poppins comes back, she's going to say, 'Oh my goodness, wow, you've done an amazing job.'" And so we did this, and we had the most fantastic day together. These 3 lads that were taller and bigger than me working on stickers. That was it. A folded A4 piece of paper with stickers that were developed just for them to have a positive focus for the day. Now, what I did there was I set up an opportunity for this self-fulfilling prophecy. I took a negative situation and put a different spin on it, because you know what? They were nice kids. They were having a challenging week, and I'm sure they were turning up doing the best they could with the tools they had in the situation they were in. And so by actually seeing them, valuing them, and amplifying the greatness of them, they showed up and they bought into this self-fulfilling prophecy. What I did was create a container, create a vision for what the day was going to be like, and I set them up for success for that day. And so what could have been a very volatile, challenging, negative situation ended up being such a gorgeous, nurturing, enriching situation. And so the way we frame things with our kids really matters. The conversations that we have with them really matters. The words we use to describe situations really matters. And it's not about positive thinking. It's not about slapping a positive thought band-aid on things that isn't going to solve anything. It's about being realistic. It's about setting people up for success. It's about acknowledging their experience and holding a mirror to what is possible for them. So I just wanted to pop that in just to reinforce my little article about the self-fulfilling prophecy. And if you want to read more, then hop into my free Facebook group, because that's where it is. And I look forward to having another one of these chats with you soon. If you've got any comments or any similar experiences or any questions, please do pop them in below. Okay, guys, have a great day. Bye.